Are you ready to get rich in 2026? That is the question I have for you this morning. The reason I bring it up is I am offering a super special session inside our school community, school.com/ORaaT, where we bring together two legendary real estate investors this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. We are going to bring on investors who have over 50 years of experience in very different environments. And we're going to talk about and answer questions from you. Lots of you have asked me, Michael, what do I do as the real estate market is changing? What do I do? How do I market? How do I use postcards? How do I work with agents? How do I write disrespectful offers? How do I follow up? What should I do today? Well, folks, we are going to bring on Jason Pritchard and Ty, T-Y-L-G, who have, including myself, over 80 years of real estate investing experience. Again, this will be inside school. It will be this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. I wanted to share this with you because, again, this is who I would go to. These two guys are the ones I would go to if I was in hyper growth mode. These two legends are still doing it very successfully after all of these decades. And I want you to have the ability to ask them questions. So again, I will create the Zoom session after this. I'll put it inside school for this Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific. And I hope all of you join. I hope you ask questions. What should I do if I'm starting? What should I do if I have a couple? What should I do to, ladder up? All three of us will be there. All three of us are go-givers. I could not imagine a more experienced team, right? Both Jason and Ty are licensed agents, brokers. They both run teams. They both have systems. They both leverage VAs. They are legends. And we're going to bring them to you inside school so you can ask questions on what you could do to get rich in 2026. So I hope to see all of you there again in school. If you haven't joined yet, you still can. It's right there on the screen, school.com/ORaaT. Not only will you get the session on Wednesday, live Q&A, you'll get the forums, nearly 500 wealth builders, and free education, 9 accountability groups. So we will see you there. I'm truly ecstatic that we were able to find a time that works in both their schedules. Ty and Jason are extremely busy. And we got lucky. This Wednesday, 4 o'clock Pacific, you're going to have the opportunity to interact with Jason, Ty, and I. So we will see you there. Not to mention Tuesday at 4, you're going to get the Lumberjack and I, as Dion will be flying to Thailand. So again, back-to-back days, Tuesday and Wednesday, 4 o'clock Pacific. I will see you there. So let's talk about what's happening this week. We did economic data yesterday. Let's talk about earnings. Today, for me, it'll be Trip.com, what's going on with travel. Tomorrow, Home Depot and Klarna, what's going on with buy now, pay later. What are they seeing for delinquencies? Home Depot, right? Have we seen remodeling boom perhaps come back? Wednesday will be Target, Lowe's, TJX, NVIDIA, shout out NVIDIA, Palo Alto Networks. Again, Wednesday is more about retail. But of course, the biggest number of the week will absolutely be NVIDIA. To be clear, it's not NVIDIA's earnings you and I should care about. It's their expectations. Do they once again beat and raise, or do they get more conservative? I suspect the market is teed up for a beat and raise, but we shall see. Also, Palo Alto Network. I always look to Palo Alto Network as the sign of what's going on with software. If you don't know, Palo Alto Network is security software. And that's one part of the ecosystem that is the last to be cut, right? You'll cut workflow, you'll cut automation, but you won't cut security unless it's dire need. So again, be interesting to see what they report. Thursday, we get Walmart, Intuit, Gap, and Ross stores. Again, very retail oriented. And then Friday, we'll get BJ Wholesale's Club. Again, lots and lots of retail names. What's going on with the consumer? What's going on with the K-shaped economy? What's going on with travel? And of course, key tech earnings. Lots and lots to talk about this week. We got Lael Brainerd former vice chair of the Fed, the Fed should err on the side of preventing greater labor market weakness by cutting again next month. Again, folks, it is very clear that the Fed is divided. We've been talking about this for 6 to 8 weeks. Clearly, we have some doves. Clearly, we have some hawks. And we have a couple that appear to be undecided. The Fed meeting is December 9th and 10th. And we do get jobs numbers on Thursday. We will likely get November jobs numbers also before the next Fed meeting. So we will see. What we see. But again, very, very interesting. Let's congratulate a couple of people for joining school yesterday. Luke and Christy. Thank you for joining. Always great to see new members join. Please introduce yourself. Don't forget, folks, if you want to be a part of Get Rich in 2026, join school, try it out, work with Mark, the financial firefighter, and get your first month free. Let's congratulate some people for getting deals. This one's going out to Owie and Ann. Congratulations for getting your next deal, and your business partner. I'm going to say on for getting your next deal. Your cards will be going out in the mail. I love sending these out. These are the black cards. We have gold cards for your first deal. Only can ever get one gold card, but you can get as many black cards as you'd like. So if you close the deal and I've helped in any way, let me know, and I will mail you a card and give you a shout out on the daily financial news. I got some information from some folks on Twitter or X that I follow that I thought was interesting. First up, Sean Sweeney. If you don't know who Sean is, he is a ground up developer in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's personally been a part of 9 new construction projects, delivering over 700 units. Why do I bring Sean up? Well, Sean is doing something different in his business. Instead of focus on ground up development, he is now switching to buying existing assets in multifamily communities. Why is this important? Well, folks, as a developer, if a developer tells you they're going to go after existing units, they're telling you that's where the value is. I think what Sean is telling us is something I've been trying to tell you for a while. Ken McElroy's been telling you. The pain is building in the commercial segment. The extend and pretend era is quickly closing. We are going to see more and more assets trade at discounts. We are going to see more and more equity positions go to zero, which means the next buyer, maybe Sean in this case, are going to pick up deals on deals on deals. Next up, we have somebody in the Bitcoin area, Lawrence Leopard. Hopefully I've got that right. Lawrence Leopard, somebody I follow on X as well. For the first time in a long time, he says, having some cash is a good idea. Now, you got to remember, lots of Bitcoiner maximalists are always like, hey, just put it in Bitcoin. Bitcoin solves everything. What Lawrence is telling us is, you know what? Cash is a good thing. If things get wonky, cash is how you take advantage of opportunities. Lawrence goes on to say, note, Warren Buffett isn't stupid. Agreed. If you don't know what he's referring to, Warren Buffett has more cash now than he's ever had. So again, Warren Buffett sees something coming, again, based on history. And Lawrence is saying, you know what, let's get some cash levels up so that we might be able to take advantage of anything that goes on sale. Scott Bessent out talking up the deal with China, says that there is hope that a China deal is done by Thanksgiving. Let's hope he's right. CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, is laying the lumber. He says that the U.S. job market has a problem. We can't find 5,000 mechanics for jobs that pay $120K. Again, as I've said for quite a while now, we really messed up an entire generation by saying you got to go to college. We should have sent more people to the trades. The next millionaires, according to Wall Street Journal, will be electricians and plumbers. And according to Jim here, auto mechanics. Again, nothing wrong with that. In fact, become an auto mechanic, electrician, plumber, get a business, buy a business, get a franchise, go for it, make millions and millions of dollars. Again, CEO of Jim Farley. Not to be outdone, we got the Doomer CEO Dario Amodei. Amodei? I don't know. I'm not mispronouncing it on purpose. I just don't know how to say it. Anyways, He is the CEO of Anthropic. And what he said on the wire the other day is truly frightening. AI could spike unemployment, the unemployment rate, to 10 to 20% in 1 to 5 years. It will wipe out half of entry-level white-collar jobs. Lots of doomers out there are going to be taking this quote, this topic, and pushing it. Again, it will be interesting to understand what happens with AI. And 1 to 5 years, 12 months from now, the unemployment rate could be 10 to 20%. Ouch. Ouch. We had some more doom about debt, but of course we look at it from a different perspective. But I'll give you the tidbit here. Consumer balance sheets. We've got lots of people talking about record debt. In fact, mortgage debt, $13 trillion, record. Credit card debt, $1.2 trillion, record. Student loan debt, $1.6 trillion, record. Auto loans, $1.7 trillion, record. Yes, folks, the consumer balance sheet is full of $21 trillion in liabilities. That is a record on record on record. What is not said by this fact is the other side of the balance sheet, which is called assets. The U.S. consumer assets total $197 trillion. So we are looking at a liability, again, in total of about 10%. $197 trillion in assets, $21 trillion in debt. That, folks, in total is very healthy. Now, of course, we live in a K-shaped economy we've talked about for several years. But who are the winners and the losers? Hopefully by now you've realized asset owners win and non-asset owners lose. That's just the game that we play. That is the game, the system we are in. Mark Zandi out talking about states once again, says 23 states are in a recession with 11 more close. And folks, this is an important number to watch. Historically speaking, when we get up to 23, 24, 25 states in a recession, the entire country is. Right now, it really is New York and California who are kind of wobbling, that are keeping us out of a recession, according to Mark Zandi, but that could obviously change. Last thing we'll talk about, again, one more thing I found on X. Again, we talked about Sean Sweeney and Lawrence. This one's from Brad Lee. 5 rules for winners. I thought was interesting. Winners show up. Winners show up. We don't wait to only feel good. We show up no matter what. That's called discipline, in my opinion. Number 2, winners own the outcome. You've heard me talk about one of my favorite books, Extreme Ownership. You have to own what happened so you can learn. Don't whine and point fingers and blame others. Own it and move on. Number 3, learn from others and not be too lazy to learn. Don't assume you know everything. Keep learning, keep grinding. Number 4, think in decades, not in days. Again, lots of folks live for the moment, live for the weekend. Let's have a longer time horizon. And the final one, according to Brad Lee, was protect your standards like a brand. This to me is you have to guard your circle. You have to understand what you're watching. Again, don't forget, I now consider your phone one of your 5 closest friends. I think for most of you, if I watched your Instagram feed or your Twitter feed, I could quickly understand if you are in a doom loop or if you're moving and grooving. Again, watch your standards like it's a brand. Folks, at the end of the day, don't forget that Steadily is Landlord Insurance. They do sponsor the daily financial news, and we are so thankful for that. Again, you're a landlord. It is your job to make sure you're getting the best prices out there. And as a company that only works on landlord insurance, you should at least give them a try. See if they can give you better rates and better coverage. They help Olivia and I about 60% of the time. Most recently saving over $1,000. I think it was $1,100 on a duplex, which I was very thankful for. That's an extra $100 a month right on top. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, give them a shot. Link in the description. Don't forget to join school Join school today because we're going to talk about getting rich in 2026. Take care. Have fun. Later.